Humanity is currently in the middle of the Great Awakening. Whether you understand what is happening or not, you have to be aware that significant changes and shifts are occurring on Earth and throughout humanity. But is the Great Awakening really the awakening, or is it the apocalyptic end of the world? Today, I want to talk about the Great Awakening. What is it? Why is it happening? And why does it matter? If you're interested, make sure you subscribe and keep on watching. So there's a lot of speculation about this shift, right? Much of this falls into the realms of doomsday, the end of the world, and the apocalypse. This perspective perpetuates fear and suffering and is really a bit of a disempowered state. But it is not warranted. This is not the end of the world because of energy. So the Great Awakening is a natural transmutation or transformation of energy on planet Earth, and we're just a part of it. Let's consider why. So everything is energy. Everything. As human beings, we're experiencing a physical realm of form and volume and three-dimensionality. So our reality on planet Earth only appears physical because of energy and the way it behaves. So energy is a non-physical force or essence that is everything and everywhere. It's the essence of life. Everything is made of waves of energy in different vibrations, frequencies, speeds, and densities. And in our universe, they come together into physical matter or other energetic forms. So the faster the vibration, the higher the vibrational energy. And the higher the vibrational energy or frequency, the sparser, lighter, more expanded, and less dense and like energy something is. And it's closer to the true ethereal nature of source, or the source of this energy. The slower the vibration, the lower the vibrational frequency. And the lower the vibrational frequency, the denser, heavier, more contracted and like matter, and closer to the physical something is. So on planet Earth, energy vibrates in lower frequencies. We experience it as matter in the material world. Now, energy does not disappear or be destroyed. It transforms to alter its form, appearance, or nature. So it can transform into something else physical, or it can transmute into a higher form, higher vibrating energy. So planet Earth is shifting from lower density energy to higher density energy, and the planet is taking us with her. If you want to learn more about a shift in vibration or frequency, check out the episode 7 Levels of Density, Consciousness and Spirituality and Awakening. The link's in the description. So this field of energy is infinite, and it's eternal power to power life. It's in everything. Humans don't yet really fully comprehend or understand it, but we're aware of it. So let's call this infinite energy field source. Like the source of everything, the source of life, the source of consciousness. It's the mind that generates the thoughts of everything and then creates it. So one of its creations is planet Earth, in physical form. Another is humanity, and another is you. As this source of energy is infinite and eternal, it knows everything about itself. Because it is everything, it wanted to experience something new. Now, to do this, it created Earth and humanity and you. To do this, it had to transform into something it was not, and different to the high vibrational energetic light that it was. So planet Earth is that low vibration, and it provides source with the opportunity to experience the physical from a reduced but broad variety of perspectives and points of view. So instead of the objective view of source, where it knows and experiences everything, we come down into a fragment of that, the perspective of the planet, or the perspective of an individual human form. So planet Earth provides source with the opportunity to experience the physical from a reduced but broad variety of perspectives and points of view. Part of this experience is that we forget who we are, where we came from, and what we are when we get here. This is so we can go through the process of remembering throughout our life. And this is how this whole kind of game or experiment or experience of Earth was designed. The whole point of planet Earth is to provide an open playing field to unknow ourselves and then re-know ourselves through shifting consciousness and awareness. Awareness is a state or ability to perceive, feel, or be conscious or cognizant mentally of events, objects, or sensory patterns. Consciousness is awareness of or perception of something. So we're aware of something outside ourselves. Unconsciousness is a state in which one loses the ability to be aware of something. So human consciousness is sentience or awareness of the internal world or the external or the existence of the self. The aspects of Source that created the solid physical forms of planet Earth and human beings up in the ether or the infinite field dropped into this lower, denser vibrational energy to experience the physical. So that's our soul, that's us. We're within the body experiencing this particular physical experience. When source energy morphs or transforms into a physical form, it lowers its vibration, frequency, and consciousness, and it contracts, becomes dense and physical. So as human beings, we only have consciousness and awareness of a small part of what exists. At present, we cannot use our human brains and bodies to perceive and understand more than a fraction of what exists in this field of energy around us. We're only perceiving the physical, not all of the stuff that's in between, the nothing. But this is changing. And the Great Awakening is the process of human beings becoming aware of more aspects of reality and spirituality. And as a result, more awareness of what humanity has actually created on Earth. The Great Awakening is more and more people seeing the truth of the world for what it is, what it has been, and what has been hidden from us. So awakening is understanding both our temporal or physical and our spiritual aspects of being human. It is being able to see the truth and how the world is, but much more objectively. It's not what we think it is, or we've been told it is, or what we want it to be, but what it actually is. Awakening is being able to see both the darkness and the corruption and chaos of the world, as well as the immense wonder of nature and life. It's both. The Great Awakening is humanity waking up to these polarities and the truth of darkness and of light. It is part of the process of ascension. So as we become more aware and conscious, we raise our energetic frequency and vibration individually. We become less dense and heavy and more lighter and more like energy. We become closer to source energy and the truth of what we are. And as a result, we expand source consciousness. You can learn more in the episode, The Top 4 Great Awakening Challenges and How to Deal with Them. The link is in the description. Ascension is the act of rising to a higher density of consciousness or level of awareness. It is a process of expansion because the energy is literally going from dense, condensed molecules or particles to less dense and more expanded. It's not about going somewhere else, it's about attaining higher states of consciousness and awareness in whichever dimension, realm, form, or reality you happen to be. So as humanity ascends through this process of the Great Awakening, so does the physical planet Earth. Our bodies are shifting and the planet is shifting. As Earth raises its frequency and consciousness, so too does humanity. But which comes first? Does humanity begin to awaken and ascend because our planet was ready to evolve as an aspect of consciousness? Or is the physical planet ascending because humanity is finally awakening and increasing their vibration? Either way, an energetic shift is inevitable. The Great Awakening, ascension, and a shift in consciousness are unavoidable because the whole purpose of Source is to unknow and then know itself and expand its consciousness. People are waking up and it is happening now. So this realignment, awakening, shift, ascension, expansions of consciousness is not the end of the world. It is the opposite. It is the beginning of a new era, awareness, and opportunity. Yes, it is tumultuous. Yes, it is uncertain, unknown, and untested. Yes, there is good and bad and all sorts of stuff happening. You can choose to resist the Great Awakening, or you can choose to embrace it and allow it. The first will cause suffering and pain. The second ultimately will cause ease and flow. You can choose to hold on to the low vibrations of fear, suffering, and apocalyptic doom, or you can choose to shift into high vibrations of peace, calm, and openness. Either way, as an aspect of source consciousness that created this all, you were chosen to be here at this miraculous time for an exceptional reason and experience. What you do with the opportunity is up to you. The choice is yours. If you want to know more, then make sure you hit like and subscribe, because I have a ton of content to help you expand your consciousness and awareness and navigate this ascension process. While you wait for the next episode, make sure you check out some of my other work here or at lizwatt.com. That's it for today. I hope this gave you some clarity on what this process or this great awakening actually is. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.